Leone asked us to let him know our thoughts on the demolition of those 3 properties that he, has violations on all of them. He gave us the pictures and violations on, let's see here. The one on Broadway, 6521 Broadway, is out on the south side of Broadway, just before you get to Chalmers Road out there. And it looks pretty rough.
Yeah.
There have been violations since 2002. So this isn't happening overnight, obviously. 325 Central Place has been vacant for 8 years, and the violation records there go back to 2009. Has everybody had a chance to look at these?
Yes.
Okay, and I think we're all familiar with the 3803 Bowen Road, but that one, could
I question
present
whether there's
some
historical
issues.
artifacts.
Well, we may have to even go through SHPO before we could do it. So, I'm not sure. So, but all he's asking for is to proceed with setting public hearings.
I feel he's followed due process to this point, so I'm.
Is everybody in
Absolutely.
agreement? Set up? Okay, so we will tell him that, and Kevin, okay, you have all of
Yep.
this, correct? Okay, so, okay. Set public hearings, okay. And, they can be public hearings the same night, bing, 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 so, and that's that. All right, then we have Petersburg Circle and the drainage issues. I know Matt isn't here to talk about it, Danny isn't here either, but, so Ed, okay? What, I know we had a conversation about it, I don't know if you had a chance to talk to the other board members about it.
We just
We
saw it before
were
the
sitting
meeting.
here
Yeah.
to check out
Okay.
now, we surveyed, but went out and we surveyed the easement on Petersburg. I got the survey information last week, and fortunately, we also surveyed a chunk of the piece on the parking side. So I have that topo, which is good. I'm having it cleaned up so that it's very readable by anybody. I mean, I can read it, but I want the general person to be able to read it.
The survey,
Yeah.
what, is it not clear, or?
Well, yeah, I mean, just, the numbers need to be able to, I just want it to be clear so that it's very obvious where it's high, where it's low.
Got it.
And so there's two drainage ways. There's the easement on the rear property of Petersburg. And that survey shows it up and down and all over the place. And honestly,
On the apartment side?
no,
On the,
On Petersburg side.
okay,
the old easement.
got it,
And it shows, as you can see when we were out there, it doesn't drain.
right.
The easement on the apartment side does drain. There's a little bit of a high spot, nothing major, and certainly not putting any water on Petersburg.
Okay, and when you say it drains into the retention pond?
Correct.
Okay, where it's supposed to?
Where it's supposed to go,
Right,
yes.
okay,
So, there are two distinct drainage pieces over there, and it's obvious that the old drainage on Petersburg is just no longer working. It was originally designed years ago as a swale, and it's just gone away.
Right.
For whatever reason.
is
So-
it some of it overgrowth, or is it,
No, most of
the
it's
lay of the
open.
land?
It's just the lay of the land. It's
Got
just heave and people have filled and
Right,
done stuff.
okay.
It's just, over time, grades change. So in talking to Danny, obviously you can go in there and put a swale back. His discussion was, well, you gotta go in there and maybe
Pipe it.
pipe it, put your yard drains in. And then if people's backyards have issues, they'd be responsible to get the water to the yard drains.
Right.
So we'll supply the exit to the water,
Right,
but they have some water there if they have a problem.
right.
So that's where we are. I know Kevin's letter, I don't know, I forget, it's at least 30 days.
Yeah, probably right around
Yeah, I know we gave him 60.
there.
I don't know if anybody's done anything. A couple people have called and said, we understand, no problem, we'll move our stuff.
Right,
Yeah, I think they've been talking to Danny.
Right, yeah,
Oh,
right, no, yeah, too much. The conversation I had with Danny, he's gotten a couple calls and they understand. So that's good.
are any of the items that are in the drainage easement, things that are very costly to remove
Swimming
or?
pools or.
There's no pools, there's some pool equipment, that's the one guy that called and said he understood.
Right.
And then his pump and his electrical pedestal he put up, it's not.
Is it on a pad?
No. Well, it probably is, but it's not, it's the pump and his pedestal that he has to pull out of these. But that was one of the people that told me, he
He'll do it.
He understood. The rest of them were sheds, which a lot of sheds you could, big enough track, you could pretty much usually drag them out of the way unless they're, none of them looks like they're big enough to have foundations under. And then the fences, obviously.
Right,
And the fences are, take the panels down and, so they can get through.
right.
The,
Do the fences run parallel with where the drainage
Uh,
swale slash?
most of them,
Line.
most of them, if this is the lot, typical lot, the easement's back here, a lot of the fences are doing this. So we have to take down.
So they take that down,
Take down
okay,
those
got it.
sections. They can probably leave this section if he's got enough room to work,
Right,
which is fine. The issue comes up with fences is that if they're there because of a pool, and you take the fence down, then you've got a pool-down fence.
yeah.
Could you mark the easement for the neighbors
Oh, sure.
with some orange paint or so, so they're aware of where it
Yeah,
is?
yeah, that'd be easy enough to do.
Yeah,
Well, the
that's
good news
great.
is we're almost at the end of swimming season, so.
Well, that's right, yeah, if you got. the
Yeah,
pool
but
closed
that
up.
doesn't matter, the law requires that it be fenced.
No, my point is they're closing up their pools. The next month, pools will be closed, so I don't think,
They still have to be fenced,
Even if it's closed?
yeah.
Well, you
You
got,
can
so
drown in them.
you see that issue, you got, animal people, dogs, or whatever
Right.
else on it.
If they're gonna move their shed, it'd like be nice to know how far they
Yep.
can move their shed.
No, that we
If
can
we
do.
could mark it, that would be great.
Yeah, that wouldn't be a problem.
Well, they-
Thank
I
you.
mean, they could get some snow fence and just put a temporary fence up closer to the pool area.
It's only that orange,
Right.
it's only that orange temporary fencing
Right.
out there.
Yeah,
That would work, and that would probably satisfy the issue with the pool.
yeah, as long as, you keep it to a minimum
Yeah.
where, it's for
Yeah,
a
there
purpose
were-
of maintenance.
And not everybody had a pool, I mean, there weren't a lot of pools, most of it was sheds and fences,
Are most of them above ground or in ground?
most of them were above ground, which is hell.
Above ground, okay. So if ladders are, if there aren't any ladders, then that's okay,
Yeah.
right?
So, I mean, I would say it's been 30 days, maybe another week or so, I'll just go out there and I'll walk and see if anybody's done anything.
Yeah.
And then we can mark,
If we could,
Yeah.
yeah.
I mean,
So when, what would be a target date to start work? I mean, under ideal
yeah,
circumstances.
well, I mean, we've got to give them another 30 days by letter. So you're putting in, the middle of September, so say, I said October 1st, you'd be,
Right.
that's outside of 60 days,
Yep.
Definitely.
As long as we don't have a surprise October storm, then we're okay.
Yeah, correct.
Okay.
We're starting to push it a little bit. No,
Right,
It's, fortunately, it's been a dry summer, so everything's still relatively dry.
right,
We're taking all the flow south to Petersburg. We worked out with Hidden Meadows. They're going to pick up some of the drainage for us, so that's done.
okay.
I know Danny's not here, did he express to you how long it would take?
No,
Because it's leafing season, we're going to that.
I know. I mean, these guys work pretty good. I mean, we've got a couple good operators with small piece of equipment. My guess, that's probably
Weeks worth?
weeks worth of work.
Okay. All right. That's good. Okay, we're gonna adjourn in memory of Robert Snyder, who was a fireman for 70 years.
Yes.
Oh my goodness, he's John Snyder's dad passed away. So 70 years as a firefighter, something wrong. And then Michelle reminded us that Wednesday night at the band shell, J.C. Thompson Band is going to be there from 6 to 8. So, okay. And that's that. So we can go into, anybody else have anything? Going to John Board's resolution.
You want to know update on the water, just
Oh, yeah,
Yes,
yeah,
anybody?
update us.
Pleasant View is all in, we're doing the service connections now, individual houses. That'll probably take them a few weeks just to, but once that's done, then it's just to restore the lawns and they're out of there. Stutzman is all in. We got tested that just Friday, it came back good, so they're gonna start their service connections. And then that contract will be moving over to, pavement.
Pavement.
Right. So, the people on payment have been notified, they remember letters. So, everything went well, and then I don't think, besides traffic, but everything,
Yeah.
there weren't any major issues. Well, seems to go along pretty well.
Right, good. So hopefully water pressure is improved and,
Should be.
yeah. All right. So when do you think they'll get out the pavement?
Probably another 3 to 4 weeks.
Okay.
Yeah, I mean, they may send it to over and start doing some.
Right, preliminary,
Yeah.
right, okay, all right. So resolutions, the first one is the minutes, the next one is the audited claims, building permits. We have a total of 68 for the town and the village of Lancaster. Add-on resolution 4,
VIP,
PIPs.
yep, VIP, then membership, Town Line Fire Hall, then just renewing the gaming license, it's bowling lanes.
And you don't have any problems out there at the bowling lanes, do you, Chief?
No.
No?
I don't know, it's been a while since we've had one.
Okay, good.
I just put the ball in.
Yeah, Walmart keeps you busy. Yeah, it's on the other corner.
Sunday our vehicles for the highway department.
Got it. And 9 is the rehabilitation program. This is from our CDBG funding that we got for the senior center. So this is taking care of the restroom. The other aspect of that CDBG funding is the equipment. And yeah, did you have a chance to talk to Mary about that today? No, neither did I. So Ed has gotten some prices for the exercise equipment, like for the, exercise when
And
it's
does
there.
this bid include the pull, the?
Yes.
Yeah, this is
Safety.
All
Right.
boards for all vendors.
right. So, and it's all wireless, so,
Yes.
that's good. So, I've fallen and I can't get up, so they'll be able to wirelessly notify somebody. 10,
Another special use permit for Miller and Sons Cemetery, then another special use permit from South Tackle for an outdoor patio.
yeah, and they're gonna have movies there?
They want to do sports games, I guess.
Sports camp, is that it? Okay, large screen monitor.
Next one is another PIP.
Pleasant
Juniper,
Meadows.
yeah, Juniper.
Next one is okay, this is for Clyde Mays on Two Rod Road. And this is for 4 lots. And he's been in front of the planning board for a while, hasn't it, Ed?
Yeah, come around.
Yeah, a little bit,
I mean,
couple, yeah. So it's a 4-lot subdivision. One of them, or 3 of them are gonna be smaller. They're less than an acre. And then the third one is a large parcel, 6.5 acres, so. And this one, number 14, is the mom who has asked to have the basketball court built at Westwood Park. And this is for the agreement between the town and Ms. Chosniak for the installation of the fence. Did you want to talk about that at all, Michelle?
Sure. We're putting a 6-foot fence all the way around the basketball court because we're using part of the existing parking lot. And the bike trail and walking is right next to it. And for the safety of, obviously, the balls rolling into the different areas. This woman is having a benefit for her to help raise the money, which is going to be at the Cove on October 5th. Time to be announced. They're in the process of trying to organize this event that sounds like it's going to be extremely huge. It was supposed to be at the Elks, but the Elks couldn't handle that amount, so they moved it to the Cove. So with that saying, she's hoping to get the funds to the town the week after. Pending weather, obviously, we want to move forward. I'd love to finish it by the end of the month, at least the court, but that probably isn't going to happen. We may even have to go into the spring. It just depends when the funds get in hand. But it'd be great if, I was going to send an email, Johanna, to all the department heads about maybe contributing a basket for her auction or something of that nature.
Right.
Once I get the confirmation of the time and the place and all about the event.
Right.
So that's where we're at with that. It'll be like a two-phase thing, the court and then the fence.
And so the next one is to approve the proposal of Iroquois fence. So, of course, none of that will be done until the lady, is able to fund it.
Correct.
So pretty much everything will be driven by that. This one is for the installation of a sliding door out at the rec department. This has been an ongoing situation out there at Recreation where anyone who has been out there, has to be aware of how cumbersome it is to get into that office. And you have, once you open the exterior door, then you have the breezeway, and then the breezeway door is inside to keep some of the elements out. But to further complicate redesign of it is the door for the restrooms are just to the left of the entrance when you go in. So this is going to be reconfigured. And Michelle and Ed have been working on, they got the RFP together and got that out and have been working on this. And this will include not only the new door and, everything that goes into the new door, but also the electric work that's required so that it can be an automatic sliding door to get in. And we do have a lady out there who, does have a bit of a physical disability that this is, who works there. This is going to make, just make it more appropriate for her. But there are a lot of people who go
come
out. A lot of grandparents bring their little grandkids out there to get their swimming cards, etc. So this should help. So it's been a long time coming. We've attempted to get CDBG funding for it because, we were trying to make it ADA compliant, and that was what we've been utilizing. We've been for years trying to do that, and for some reason, we kept getting denied. So we said, right, we're going to do it ourselves. So,
Thank you.
next one is let me see here. This is for the Theo's Place apartments. And, I know initially they were described as Theo's townhouses, but they're not townhouses, they're apartments. So they are going to build two units at two buildings at 4 units each, and one of the buildings is 5 units. And it's off of Transit Road, just a bit east of Transit Road. So it's set back a bit. So that is approving their site plan. The next one is a neg deck for Ferguson Electric to expand their parking lot. And the next one is for Ferguson Electric to approve their site plan. And we have another neg deck, number 20 is a neg deck for Kobacki's construction project at 204 Cemetery Road, and this is for, let me see here, they're adding, they have a pad, a 3,500 square foot concrete pad, but now they're extending it by another 327 feet. And they have a landscaping that's going on with that. So this is just a neg deck on that project. And the next resolution 21 is to approve the site plan. And again, that's Apple Rubber. Should have written it out here. And number 22 is the parking lot. This has been going on for a long, long time. The parking lot up at the Fairways on Genesee Street, and they finally come up with their parking lot configuration and their exit onto Genesee Street. That's gonna make it much better out there. But Kevin, they've been going round and round with this
Well, this has been years.
for, yeah, well over a year. Resolution number 23 is to submit a Form PO 17, which is the new position duty statement to Erie County to create one payroll supervisor part-time position. And the resolution 24 is to appoint an individual to, namely Morgan Fay, to that part-time position. And just so that the board is aware, after our last meeting, I did post the job description on our website. We have had no inquiries, nobody has bumped into me in the neighborhood or the supermarket, no emails, no letters, no cards. No one has expressed any kind of interest in that. And resolution number 25 is again to rescind the resolution that had been adopted a month or so ago back on July 15th, to appoint Christine Boyd to the full-time position of payroll supervisor. We, obviously need to do a new resolution. She didn't start on that date. She does need time to give her 2 weeks' notice at her current job. So we've spoken with her. She is willing to start on September 9th. So that will give her just over 2 weeks here to notify her current employer. Let's see here. Oh, this is the resolution. Is everything in here that you had wanted in here?
Yeah, I
On
think it
dog
looks good.
control? Okay.
Yep.
All right.
I think it looks
So-
good. Basically, this is just to clarify some things. There's been discrepancies on with dog control where if there's a dangerous situation and a second officer is needed, because you need people that are trained. A lot of times, police are willing to help, but they don't have the training. So rather than put them in danger, this will allow us to call on a second dog control officer, and they will get the 4-hour call out that they deserve for, coming on the weekend or in the middle of the night or whatever it is.
And resolution 27, Patrick O'Brien, who is currently the SRO at Lancaster High School, has indicated that effective September 1, he no longer wants to be the SRO, and he'd like to go back into the patrol officer duties that he had had prior to that. The police chief sent all of us a communication indicating, expressing his desire to move in that direction. Chief, do you have anything you want to add to that? Other
No,
than,
we
no,
posted it, conducted interviews, and Stacy Molly was
right.
our choice for.
So Stacy, so this will actually move Pat into the other position. There's, whether they're an SRO or on patrol, their title is always police officer. So, but the school resource officer obviously is assigned different duties than a patrol officer would be. And then the next resolution is actually appointing State Officer Stacy Mowdy to the school resource officer position. There's going to be an overlap of 1 week. So this will be effective August 26th, which will give Officer O'Brien a week to familiarize Stacy with the happenings, or at the school, stuff. And Ron, 29.
Yeah, 29 accepts Master's Act's proposal to fix some curbs and sidewalks throughout the town.
Okay, is this for future work?
Actually, I think Danny said the resolution was held up in your office.
No, we never had anything.
Yeah, so I think he said some of the work's already been authorized.
Yeah, we never had any requests from, but Kevin, you did this. So some of it's done and some of it's for the future, is that it?
Yes.
Kevin, okay,
Yeah.
got it. No, we didn't hold anything up.
Yeah, because I asked him, that's what he said, so he's not going to answer.
Yeah, no, he sent an invoice to pay, which we didn't have authorization to pay, but that was it. So, okay. And resolution number 30 here is John Trojanowski. I don't know if he'll be here to talk about it, but John had one of his employees broke a leg and has to be out of work. So he is asked to have this Nina Wright, allow her to work more hours, just on a temporary basis, so that she can, fill in for the employee who broke her leg. So, 31, Ron?
It's just a PIP for construction of a detention basin.
Let's see here. Okay, we have another neg deck here, and this is for 5680 Broadway. This is a non-conforming use, and, you know, I know this is for an 8-car garage there. Ed or Kevin, can you fill me in on how this came about?
Yeah.
Is that it?
Yeah, it's a garage for the
Okay.
apartments.
Okay, so,
There's not much to it.
No, that's it.
no, it was pretty,
They're not doing work out of there or anything like that.
No.
This is-
no,
this is
it's
storage
apartments,
for
and it was,
Yes.
yeah, and he used, you know, he had the apartments there, but it was non-conforming, and so now he needs the parking for it, so. And number 33 is the negative declaration for Town Audi on Transit Road, and that's it, you know, they're going to be building a 21,000 square foot auto dealership there, so. That's that. Anything else? 3 minutes to spare.
So, but you're number 32, I think you practiced that name a couple times.
I know, I saw it and said, okay.
13 letters.
Lots of, oh, I didn't bother to count it. Good job.